Okay, folks, I found this on my way home from work in the city. Someone dumped it there, or it must have been lost, and they just put it. I think it was on a bench. I'm not sure. I've forgotten where it was found, but it was in the city. And yeah, these are probably not cheap. And kids, they were very popular when I was a kid. When I was in grade 5, and kids were buying these, and I never bought one, and I wasn't interested. I never liked these, like a lot of things that were popular, especially amongst the girls. Stupid thing. So, they really popular, and I never liked them. I still don't like them, and they've come back at least once or twice since the early 80s. I think it was in 1983 when they first made their appearance, and they were very popular, and kids at school used to love them, and girls especially. I never saw a boy with one of these, but kids loved them. And let's just see what it is. It is a Cabbage Patch Kid. So it's got its genuine label, from what I can tell. CPK stands for Cabbage Patch Kid. You can just see there, Cabbage Patch Kid, CPK, and the symbol. So yeah, these were really popular. I don't like dolls or any of that sort of shit. I never liked these, and I still don't like them, folks, to be honest. To be brutally honest, folks, I really don't like dolly type things, cute things. I'm not really interested in that sort of shit. It is shit. I don't like them. I don't know if you can wash them though, because it'd be good to donate it if it could be washed. And they wouldn't be cheap. Yeah, looks interesting. I do think maybe the face could show up better if I turned it round, so have it looking into the light. So, yeah. Maybe we can make it a bit smaller on the vertical. So I can show the hands. Off. I think that's B4. So I'm just going to put the face into the light. I'm thinking that's how it's going to work. Yeah, I never liked dollies or. I gave up plush toys when I was really young, so I wasn't really into all this dolls or stuffed toys, and I don't think the light is any better that way. But I got the whole thing in the page. It looks really nice as far as Cabbage Patch Kids go. I might even just try and push the face into the glass. I might try and just angle the face to catch the eyes of the doll. Yeah, I never liked these cute things. When I was a 10-year-old, I made up my mind I didn't want children. I didn't want to have kids of my own or at all. And that's come up looking better now. You can see the face in the picture. I'm going to now make this into a movement piece, but I never liked these Cabbage Patch Kids. They were never my kind of thing, folks, to be honest. I never liked them, and I know they were very popular and people were buying them and all that, but I just never liked that sort of shit, folks. It was never my thing. These kinds of cute things. these cute, adorable things. I was more a trucks and cars type of person, and having a hobby. Like when I was 10, I wanted to learn how to make stained glass. Well, not stained glass as in painted on stuff, but I wanted to make windows using LED, what they call LED lighting, and I was interested in that sort of thing. I wasn't interested in toys and dollies and shit that most girls were interested in. I just didn't have any that kind of interest in that sort of thing. I never liked that shit, folks. First one looked a bit better, but I didn't like it's a bit too dark. This looks really quite interesting, but not quite what I'm after. But yeah, Cabbage Patch Kids were just not my thing. Just like a lot of things that were trendy at school. I used to like, I remember we got I remember when Game & Watches were popular the same year, and I wanted one. And my parents, we went to Paddy's Market to get a Donkey Kong, and my brother used to just hog it all the time. We had to share it, and he hogged it most of the time. I didn't get much of a chance to use it. I knew that would happen though. But basically, yeah, we did have a Donkey Kong Game & Watch, and that was really popular then at school, and I did want one. But my parents, we weren't really rich, and we did indeed get it from Paddy's Markets back in 1983. And other things that were popular were like Commodore 64 computers and the VIC-20, if you remember those. I was interested in learning how to program the Commodore 64, but I couldn't learn. I didn't want to have to follow instructions from a manual, and I just couldn't learn it. So, because I had brain damage at birth, had a cord around my neck and a came out breech. And that's interfered. I'm not good at learning from manuals or theory. I have to learn through doing it, and you can't learn programming by just doing it, by just trying to learn it yourself and trying to pick up by hands-on. You have to fucking read the instructions and follow, and I just couldn't do that. I just didn't have the tendency, the ability to do it, even though it would have been really good to learn how to program that machine. I do think this is looking shithouse. This first one I think looks the best, even though it looks too dark. I'm going to use that one. But basically, yeah, I just couldn't work out how to program the Commodore 64 to make sprites, little pixel type things, and to make them do things. So I just couldn't do it, folks. It was really quite sad for me not being able to learn how to use it. Because, yeah, my favourite part of the Commodore 64 was this thing called Sound Demo, where it had all these special effects, these sounds that the computer makes. And again, you can program the computer to use it like a synthesizer. But again, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I just kept playing around with the thing called the Sound Demo, demonstration of different sounds that are possible on this machine. So, but I just couldn't learn it. really hard. I always wanted to learn the nerd crafts, folks. I wanted to learn electronics as well, and I just couldn't do that either, however much I tried. I wanted to learn it because I was wanting to be a photocopier technician, and I just couldn't learn the shit. I just couldn't pick it up. I just couldn't grasp it. I couldn't study. I didn't enjoy it because it was so fucking hard. I had a cord on my neck, I came out breech, and I had oxygen cut off, and I do believe that's fucked up my short-term memory and my hippocampus, which is essential for learning. And I just couldn't learn all this stuff. I couldn't take it in very well, and I couldn't retain it very well. So you can imagine how hard it would be to learn things like electronics, like computer programming. I loved all that shit, folks. I still do. I'm really frustrated that I can't learn it, folks. I can't fucking learn it. But I'm not going to give up. I'm a brilliant photocopier artist. I'm going to focus on this. This is my ability. This is my talent. This can be learned mostly by touch and feel, using it, like what I'm doing, experimenting, trying things out. And I'm good at that. So I've got the creative side. So I'm trying not to focus on what I can't do anymore. I've given up on trying to learn electronics. I've given up on trying to do, a long time ago, actually, more decades ago since I last tried programming a computer of any kind. So and that's come up looking really quite nice, actually. I think we can now call this demo quits.